guys, Mr. Fluffy Pants here. Today, guys, got another video. And today, guys, I'm reviewing The Running Man, which was released in 1987 and stars Arnold Schwarzenegger. And this movie's literally just, if you think of an 80s action movie, this is that movie for you. Pretty much, The Running Man is based off a dark kind of future society where America is kind of like this post-apocalyptic, kind of future and whatnot, and America's favorite television shows, The Running Man, where they put criminals up to a test, and if they survive, they get pretty much like a full pardon, but there's not really survivors, as we see later in the movie, because the apparent winners of the show are found dead later on, and so really no winners, but apparently it's America's favorite show now. But and also one thing I forgot to mention is this is actually based off a Stephen King book, from what I understand, which is kind of interesting because you never really hear anybody consider this a Stephen King movie, but I do know he was pretty displeased with this version of his story or whatnot. But like I was saying earlier, this is pretty much what you think of when you think about an 80s action movie. First of all, you got Schwarzenegger in there, which that checks one of the boxes for 80s action movie. Also, the kind of, basic story setup is Ben Richards is a ex-cop, which was kind of framed, he didn't take orders to fire upon innocent civilians, so, he got arrested for it, and then they kind of framed him for, butchering those innocent civilians, so, now he's known as the Butcher of Bakersfield, which, it does come out later in the movie that, he wasn't the one that did that, which, I mean, we'd know that, but I'm talking about, like, to the general public, which was, kind of cool, but it's pretty much, you see him and his buddies from the Resistance, kind of the underground resistance, break out from prison. So, and then, he breaks in, or he kind of meets up with this one girl, Amber, and he kind of like, I guess, kidnaps her, and then, he gets caught, and, she's it's the next episode of The Running Man, and then the show host, Killian, he's like, you know what, I think we need more ratings, so let's go and get that Ben Richards guy on here, so, do that, which was an awful mistake. So pretty much The Running Man is pretty much they released, these convicts into like a quadrant area, or like these, this is there's 4 zones, and pretty much they released these stalkers, which are pretty much like, they really do remind me of just like, older wrestlers, like, and a lot of them are actually played by them, like, you got Ventura in there and whatnot, and Schwarzenegger, I don't know, it's kind of cool, but, these stalkers, pretty much go in there and hunt down their prey, so also some, Most Dangerous Game action going in there, but, they're just the characters are just wild and wacky within themselves, like, Dynamo's probably my favorite. I love how he just sings opera out of nowhere, he drives in a car or whatnot, his suit's really cool, though. You got Buzzsaw, which, literally just has chainsaw. Sub-Zero was pretty cool too. And Captain Freedom, I'm not really sure what happened to him, because they kind of implied that he was killed, but maybe he just like ran away. But it's like during that whole thing where they simulate Richards and Amber's death, with that computer system, they kind of imply that the security guard killed Captain Freedom, because, he wasn't complying with Killian's orders, but then again, he had just, like, went away, which, Killian really, screwed himself over when he was making fun of his security guard for steroids, because, later in the movie, when Richards is about to face down Killian, he's like, well, he says something about the steroids, and he just walks off, and Killian's like, oh, shit. And also, I will say, this movie's also got a bunch of, like, really smart humor in it that, just really does make me laugh, like, when they get Richards to sign the I guess, like, the waiver or whatnot for The Running Man, he's like, the one lawyer's like, you can use my back, and after he signs it, he stabs the pen through the paper and into his back. That just made me laugh. There's a few other funny scenes like that throughout the movie, but also his 2 buddies that he broke out of prison with also are on this Running Man contest. Amber also gets started there because she kind of like sneaks into the back and finds the tape of the Butcher of Bakersfield, and finds out it really wasn't Richards, but and they edited it for TV, because of course they did. But and also, while they're in the zone, of course, they kill, Buzzsaw, Sub-Zero, Fireball, and Dynamo was just kind of, out of the game or whatnot, but, they kill all them, and it's kind of funny because whenever they do, it's just very somber for the people at home. Like, they feel bad that the killers got killed, but eventually, like, the whole crowd watching at home kind of comes around to Ben Richards, and they start placing bets on him and whatnot, and TV execs are like, oh, no, no, no. So they do have that whole the fake animated, I guess, masking of them, pretend like they died. And then, later, whenever they show up with the resistance, which, the resistance kind of hacked the satellite or whatnot because of, I forgot the guy, but one of the guys, Richards broke out of prison with, and Amber, found the code to the uplinks or whatnot, which, those two guys he broke out of prison with did, die to some of the stalkers, but. And, they pretty much just break in guns a-blazing, and really awesome action movie. Also, the score for this movie, I really like, some soft synthesizers in there. I don't know, just really nice. But, and the whole, the last part where, they break into the TV studio and whatnot, just really awesome. And I love the crowd's shock whenever they see Richards. And, he's kind of like a hero now, I guess, because, now they know he really didn't kill, all those people in Bakersfield. But, killing gets what he deserves. He puts them on, like, the little slide, thing that you send people into the Running Man with. He goes through one of his own billboards and like blows up in spectacular fashion. But and honestly, I'm kind of interested what happened after that, because the government is still authoritarianism or whatnot. So I'm sure Richards got arrested right after that, or maybe heck, there might have been the resistance might have just there might the masses might have just risen up after that. But I'm kind of interested about that. But Running Man is honestly pretty interesting because it is just a classic 80s action movie. And honestly, this movie really does remind me of Escape from New York, in like the way how it's post-apocalyptic, and the way how the majority of people are in the movie. But just kind of an interesting parallel there. But and also very interesting, it's based off a Stephen King book, but you never really hear anybody talk about that, and that's probably because it's so vastly different, but I'm not sure. But I love Arnold Schwarzenegger in this. Like I said, same year Predator, so definitely at the height of his career. But the Running Man, very enjoyable. This is just one of those fun movies I love watching. I rate movies off how much enjoyment I had while watching it, and The Running Man was pretty, very enjoyable. Like, I love the action scenes in this movie. Like I said, just classic 80s action, but probably give this movie like an 8.4 out of 10, because not too special, but, you can definitely have some fun while watching this movie. But anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think about The Running Man down below. Did you guys like it as much as I did, or, what kind of problems do you have with it? Because, there definitely are problems in this movie, but, like, I don't know, it's just really fun to watch. But, check out my Twitter and Discord, link in the description. Like and subscribe for more. Check out some other videos, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!